Hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you a print that I'm going to do. When you're leveling for your mesh, you literally have to make sure that that paper does not move very easily. I discovered that when you're using the jyers firmware. When you're doing the mesh, you got to make sure that paper is almost not moving, just a hair above it. And that means like down to about 4 microns, or 4.4 millimeters, or sometimes even less depending on how level your board is. So we're going to find out when I go to print how level it is, because I'm using stuff that's hard to print, and if it's not level in one spot, it won't print. So you've got to have the board level. I won't show you the stuff of it, but I used the 5x5, which is 25 points. And it's drawing a perfect line. I have no adhesion on. And it's drawing it perfectly. I'm making 5 controller knobs for the PS4. It may be out a little bit, but I hope not. Yeah, see, it's moved a little bit here, so it's out a bit there. Seems to have corrected itself, though. Maybe that was something left over from before. This is where it's critical. It's on the base of the controller knob. If it does all 5, then it'll be good. There's the first one, that's perfect. The second one is where it screws up. And it does it perfectly. It's only 4. I thought there was 5. It's only 4. From there on, if it draws the first layer, it'll do it. That's the third one perfect. I'm hoping the fourth one will be perfect, but there was a little filament that came out. And the last one was not drawn perfectly. So we'll get 3 out of 4. It's off a bit on the fourth one. It's got support turned on, so maybe it'll do it. But what it's not drawing is the support. That's not bad. This corner is lifted, so I'm going to cancel it. Now this one's not perfect. I'm going to redo the leveling, the mesh leveling. These are hard to get off. They're perfect. Okay, I'm going to redo the mesh leveling, confirm the pause. First of all, we got to heat it up to 190. You must preheat the board. Go to PLA, 190 degrees. I'm going to get a new piece of paper. How's that one? I'm going to show you the leveling process. It'll be fairly fast. It was pretty good except for the one spot. If you have any lifting whatsoever, your board is out. We'll take this off. I'm just going to do the first layer, so show you that. When you're starting out with the jyers leveling, you have to do a manual level first. I've already done that. We're up to 190 and 55, okay. We're down to the level. Create new mesh. The old one's no good. If this paper moves, which it doesn't very easily, I'm going to micro-stuff it down anyway, 1 point, just to make sure. Next point. And yes, we've got filament on there, so cancel that. We're going to move the Z up and make sure we get all the filament off. There is some on it. Okay, I'm going to take a piece of paper and just sort of rub it off so it comes off. That takes it all off. Now we'll move it back. Hold it. Hold all. My board is fairly clean. It could be cleaner. Set home position, that's important. Back, back, go to level. Now we can do it. When you start with a clean piece of paper, you can tell if there's any. You create a new mesh because the old one is no good. Okay. This paper moves fairly easily, so we've got to micro step down quite a bit. There, barely moved. Point 12, next point. Probably why. You've got to get it so that paper barely moves. That's too much. One more. There. You can hear it. Again, you have to see that's moving too easy. A lot of people level it like that, but that's not what you have to do. There. It literally does not move. That one's loose too. You have to adjust the screws a little bit so it gets a little tighter. I don't like doing it, but there, that barely moved. That really moves easy, so we gotta take her down. Moves a little too easy, so okay. Next point, I'm using 25 points on this. Now, because I missed the paper, I got a micro step up about one point millimeter and then micro step down. That's how you do it if you miss the paper. Still too tight, too loose, still loose. There. Next point. This is critical because this is where we want it. I'm printing with Silky PLA and that's tough to print with. One more. Oops. Okay. Next point. So if you're using a heated bed, it's going to shrink as it cools down. Okay, next point. You literally have to adjust it so there's a lot of friction in order to lay down a good bead, especially with Silky PLA. I don't know about regular PLA. I'm printing with Silky. That's good. I discovered it that way because this whole side was like that, and it printed out a perfect bead. The rest of it was gone. Next point. we're manually creating a mesh just like the BL Touch does. I'm using a glass bed, and I don't think it's warped or anything. I just think that the corners are out. But this compensates for it. This is the fourth one that was the one that didn't print. Okay. Same thing here. You don't have to get it close. Now we're right down to 0. That's out of that. Literally almost like shaving. That's how close you gotta get it. But the result is you get a good print. Okay, next point. Okay. Next point. The paper goes through quite a bit of friction. That's how good you gotta get it. Again, I'm not sure about the regular PLA, we'll find out. I'm sure that it's not as tolerant. Silky is really tricky, especially on this one. And then it's just out of it. There. One more. Still too loose. Okay, I don't like that. Next point. We're going to adjust that a little bit. There. Okay, next one. Always use the 5x5 and not the 3x3 because it's more accurate. Unless your board is really level. I would use the 5x5. It's much better than the 3x3. The 3x3 you only do 9 points. See if that slides under there. Yes, that slides under there fairly easy. You shouldn't be able to do that. So let's take it down a bit. Good. That's how close you gotta get. Next point. And the board is hot. And it's at 55 degrees, so it should have it at 60. So no, the board, I guess, is what the bed is what you have to have. And the nozzle. Okay. Next point. That's really loose. So we might stuff it down quite a bit. It's still too loose. You see how easy it goes? You want to make it so it buckles when you go to move it in. There. Save mesh. Let's see if that's perfect. Maybe I should have cleaned that board a little. Probably. We can go right into, no, we gotta go in and home the board first. Home X. Home Y. And home Z. Set home position, that's important. Back. We now have a mesh. When you do this, you have to put some code in there. M20, I think. S1. To load the mesh in with your slicer. That's the key point. If you don't do that, it won't work. So let's print the we'll print the N64 sticks for the PS4. I'm just going to record the first layer, because that's the most important. Once you've done the first layer, we had 3 out of 4 on the last one, and this time we should have 4 out of 4. If you want to do it manually, you don't need a BL Touch, but if you want to do it automatically, the BL Touch is nice because the firmware supports it. I don't know. Maybe you don't need a BL Touch, but you do need good springs, which I don't have. My next acquisition is going to be an ender case. A case for the ender so I can enclose it. They're about $89, $90 on Amazon. And new springs and aluminum knobs. And here we go. We'll find out. Out of it here. That may affect it. Maybe not. Yeah, it's out a little bit. Still drawing it. This whole corner is out. I don't think it's going to work. Maybe. It's not as good as the last time. Because of this corner. The rest of it, not good. We'll see. If it draws these little circles, then it's okay. If it doesn't, we've got to re-level it. And it barely drew it. I'm going to cancel it and re-level it. It's a little hot. Okay. Disable stepper, we're going to move this out and clean the board. I do have what I need. We use a little bit of IPA. That 112 is not bad. No flash point. That's enough. Okay. Yeah, see, it's lifting some thread off of there. I don't like that residue that's leaving. I'm going to get that clean. I think that's some soap and water for that. Soapy water. Let's let this video go. Yeah.
Where's the plastic?
That's little underwear.
Underwear?
Yeah, underwear.
What is it? What is this?
Okay, I've got something that will work. I will clean that off good. I want to get all this stuff off. Yeah, that helps. A little bit of soap on it. Then we'll use the IPA. We've got to get this board absolutely spotless. It's coming off. A lot of residue on there. I'll just flip this over to the other side, and that'll take it down a bit. You can see a little bit where it's that scratch mark. Okay. That might be good enough. Try it a little bit. Okay. Hold it. Hold all. New piece of paper. One thing I didn't check, I'm going to do it right now, is how much residue is on the extruder. Just a little bit. So, a little bit there. Yeah. Heat it up. Preheat. Gotta preheat it anyway. I'm going to take that up a bit. Do Z, take it up a fair amount, a 50 or 60, so I can get this under there. Now it's flowing, so we don't want to do too much of that. Reheat, we're at 133, okay. I don't like using this, so a cloth, a wet cloth, is much better. You wear out your nozzle faster with those. Now we'll preheat the PI. I don't use PET G on it yet, or ABS. I'm going to wait till I get an enclosure. This is the thing that sticks out. If this didn't stick out as far, it would be better for an enclosure. However, that's our old piece of paper. Where's the new? Oh, it's not bad. $190. I'm going to set this so on preheat, control, temperature. Going to set the hot end to 200. It's closer to what I'm using. 205, 210. And the bed should be hotter. 60. Fan 255. Preheat, PI. And coming off of that, yes there is. I'm going to clean it off a little bit. It'll stop flowing eventually. Okay. Storm will run away. Too cold. I don't know why that happened. Maybe somebody out there can tell me. Because I cooled it down too fast to that cloth. That's probably what it was. So you should use a dry cloth, not wet. I'm learning as I go. At least to see the things not to do, because everybody probably does them at first. That's how I learn. You learn by your mistakes. And sometimes they're costly. Okay, back. Gotta home it first. Home off. Set home position, that's important. Paper's no good. There's my other one. Let's put this down here. Out of the way. Leveling is not active, we gotta create a new match. If you unplug the machine, you lose your match. That's not bad. I'm going to leave it where it is. Next point is fairly accurate, most of it. We got down a bit. Too easy. That moves way too easy. Still moving too easy. Okay. Just barely made it. Too easy. Okay. Again, we're leveling with a hot bed. I'm going to take that down a wee bit. Just a bit more. There. Now barely moves. That's perfect. That one barely moves. That one barely moves. Take it down a step. Okay. There's where it'll be out. No, it barely moves. I'm going to take that. No. I'm going to leave it the way it is. Might be too close. Yeah, it's too close. No, it's too easy. We'll finish this. And head for breakfast. down just one microstep. Next one. With 3 microsteps. There. Don't want to cancel, that's the worst thing you can do. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, pick it up a bit. Too tight. And with this one. Yay. The reason you have to get it so close to this paper is printer paper, and it's thicker. That's probably why. If you're using printer paper. That's what I'm using. I'll take one more hair down. Okay, save mesh. As long as you don't unplug the machine or shut it off, your level should stay. Hair, homing, home X. Home Y. And home Z. Let's find out if it's accurate. Set home position. By the time you level the board, it'll be heated up enough. That makes sense.
That's done.
I'll be down in a minute. Looks like it's drawing it good. Do the second time around. This corner's a little out. Maybe it'll draw it a bit better. No, it's not. See how it works. I think this one is going to be out. Isn't it okay? just the skirt, so the rest of it should be okay. This corner could be better. If you're doing big stuff, you have to have it good. And it's not lifted up how it was. And that is the first layer. I'm going to kill it here.